आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone, so the question is, prove that for a suitable point P on the axis of the parabola, chord AB through the point P can be drawn such that 1 upon AP square plus 1 upon BP square is same for all the positions of the chord. Okay, so now I am assuming that let the point P be P comma 0 and equation of chord through point P will be, so it will be x minus p upon cos theta equal to y minus 0 upon sin theta is equal to r, where r belongs to real number. Okay, so this is basically the equation of the chord through P when we are taking the coordinates of P comma 0. So that would be x minus p upon cos theta is equal to y minus 0 upon sin theta is equal to r. Now therefore we can say that r cos theta plus p comma r sin theta lies on parabola y square is equal to 4x, correct? Now we can say that therefore r square sin square theta minus 4a r cos theta minus 4ap is equal to 0. So this is basically, I have put this value of x and y, that is the coordinates, these x and y in y square is equal to 4x. So I have got this, let it be equation number x. So now if I assume AP is equal to R1 and BP is equal to minus R2, then R1 and R2 are roots of equation x. So in that case, what are the sum of roots? R1 plus R2. Let's find the sum and the product of roots. So the sum of roots is generally minus p upon a. So here it would be 4a cos of theta upon sine square theta. This is sum of roots, and the products of root is minus 4ap upon sine square theta. Now let's proceed forward. So since in the question we have to prove that 1 upon AP square plus 1 upon BP square is independent of theta. So let's find out it. 1 upon AP square plus 1 upon BP square. So that would be equal to 1 upon R1 square plus 1 upon R2 square. So it was, we have assumed it's minus R2, but the square of that would be a positive number, so R2 square. So solving it further, what I get, R1 square, R2 square, it would be R1 square plus R2 square. I can write it as R1 plus R2 whole square minus 2R1 R2 upon R1 square R2 square. Correct. Now let's proceed forward. So since we know this is nothing but this is the value of sum of roots and this is product of roots. So substituting the values, what I get cos square theta upon p square plus sine square theta upon 2AP. This, when I have this is the result we obtained when we have put R1 plus R2 is equal to this value and R1 R2 is this value. So proceeding forward, what I can say is that since 1 upon AP square plus 1 upon bp square, it should be independent of theta. Should be independent of theta. We take P is equal to 2a. So what I get 1 upon ab square plus 1 upon bp square is equal to 1 upon 4a square. So we can say that hence 1 upon ap square plus 1 upon bp square is independent of theta. Independent of theta for all positions. If the coordinates of P are 2a, 0. So I hope it is clear. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।